Hey guys, welcome back. I'm joined by Nick.
Hello.
Look at your branded t-shirt.
My branded t-shirt for Old Average Brit Gaming, available on all social media and YouTube.
There we go. He's joining today because I couldn't have anybody else come in and test drive Adeptus Titanicus for two reasons. One, Nick is the only person I know with a Titan Legion. And two, you're the only person I know who's thoroughly obsessed with Titans.
I am indeed, yes. Of all scales, big and baby.
Yes, your little warlord.
Little.
Not so little warlord.
Yes.
So we're going to play Adeptus Titanicus. We absolutely have in terms of the rules. We've read the book and watched some videos, so we thought we might as well make one.
I've just unwrapped stuff in cellophane. This game's been out for how many years, and I've just literally unwrapped stuff in cellophane.
It's fine. Children, pandemic, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So come along with us. We are going to play a match play mission of Hold the Line. So we'll be trying to keep each other out of our own deployment zones while getting into each other's deployment zones. And Titans don't do very well at facing one direction and shooting another. So this is going to be an interesting one. So let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Sadly, a servitor malfunction led to loss of the deployment data, but the Legio Astorum deployment zone was here, and the Legio Aquilus deployment zone was here, and we had bandings shown here for Aquilus, where we needed to have no Titans presence to get 5 victory points in each banding. After deployment, there's been some movement taken place, and we'll jump back into turn 1 where we see what's happening. Okay, we're here done with turn 1. There's a lot less models on the board. All of your knights are gone, Nick.
They are, equally.
And equally,
Your lancers gone.
my Cerastus Lancers are gone, and these guys took a pounding because the Warlord fired his volcano cannons, hit the Cerastus and killed them, missed the Cerastus, scattered onto them and killed one, which was pretty funny. It's not a good day to be on the battlefield if you're not giant robots, apparently.
Yes.
We had some sneaky moves. The Warhounds got up behind this building here, and the Warlord trudged forward because they are so slow. Being so slow, I pushed my Reaver with the full stride order, so it bolted forward in the movement phase, putting this building between it and Nick's short-range Dakar Reaver. His Reaver has unloaded its warp missile with the fire first order.
Tragically missed.
It tragically missed, as all one-shot items always do, but he has knackered most of the shields on my Warhound, and my Reaver has no shields left, so I'm hoping to get those back up and running in the damage control step. And my Warlord is lingering at the back here with his apparently short-range weapons that I didn't read the stats for. I need to get a little bit closer. So we are learning the process, but we're off to a good start, and it's all about pushing into your enemy's deployment zones.
Which
so
I haven't done much of.
No, I'm hoping this guy kind of does something for me here, but look at this guy sneaking behind this building with those nasty guns. So let's see what happens in turn 2. First tactical slip up. The Reaver issued the charge action and the Warhound moved over here, leaving the Porphyrion there for it to punch to pieces with this Power Fist. Note the hazard striping to warn you that it is dangerous. So we're going to see what happens here. He's hitting this thing on 3s. Dice have gone absolutely... That is a trash roll, Nick. I completely fluffed it.
You have.
Oh my gosh.
The biggest whiff.
Cool. So yeah, we'll capture that on camera. Really worked out well for me.
Nice.
And this big boy here has horrendous range with those guns. I need to close in on him. But yeah, he didn't do that well with his volcano cannons this time round, did he, Nick?
No, he did. I did fire only the one because it does cost you reactor points. So yes. I did fire into the back of him. Failed to hit, but did some shield stripping on your Warlord though with the Apocalypse launchers. I've just one shield out.
These things fire 10 dice, which in Titanicus terms is a lot. And we've got Sneaky Boy over here, who's really far into my deployment zone. I need to do something about that. And these guys are just rubbish. But what's the point in showing up to battle, honestly?
How good's the Avenger battling cannon?
It can't do anything in this game. It can't damage shields, so it just pew-pews and does nothing. So, yeah, we've got a pretty good view here where Nick has aggressively pushed up this flank, and I haven't on this one, despite the fact I tried to.
He's a problem still, though.
He's got issues. He's restarted his Void Shields, so that's a good thing. So let's see what the next turn brings. All right, so after Reaver's abysmal combat round that we saw here, my Warlord had a similar shooting round where he couldn't hit anything because the stupid damn church is in the way.
Praise to the Emperor.
Yeah, well, this religion and stuff. Yeah. Don't get it wrong, Nick. They get well upset on Mars.
They do.
This Warhound did do a reasonably good job of peppering some shields off this Reaver while still weathering its melter cannon. It has a wounded leg, as it's half melted due to the heinous amount of firepower from that thing. Some sneaky Porphyrion movement here. It nipped out of combat and has barreled all the way up here because Nick's trying to push into my deployment zone. Because, you know, play the mission.
Well, I learned from you from turn 1. Right? You've done what I did in turn 1 and I've done what you've done in turn 1. So, interesting.
This big boy has horrendous range with all those guns. I really need to close in on him.
Did miss with his volcano.
Right, we're into the thick of it now. This warlord's pushed up and the knights are doing a little bit of a threatening dance around the back. It's sneaky Nick.
I like that move. Using all his manoeuvres, so 3 45-degree turns and some movement, hiding behind the radar dish whilst trying to protect the front of my warlord from knight attacks.
Yeah, I've got nothing going on here with my warlord. It's probably going to have to just shoot your warlord. We've got more sneaky manoeuvring here, but you're not the only one. I nipped behind this building when you did a fire first order on your Reaver.
Yep.
And yeah, he's going to go for fisty round 2, I think, if I get lucky. So now we're into a position where we're starting to shoot each other in the flanks and probably going to get shot in the rear by some volcano cannons over here. So it starts to do extra damage modifiers, so it's going to get nasty. And yeah, we're trying to play those objectives. Those knights might make it, but I don't have much hope. All right, there's a distinct lack of knights here because they got pasted by the Warhound Titan's plasma blast gun.
Oh yeah, they did.
But in their movement and shooting, they did manage to get rid of the warlord's shield. So this warlord is shields down. I've got my warlord shields down, and your Reaver is shields down,
correct.
And so is my warhound. So the real damage is going to start coming in the next turn. Positioned here nicely for some sneaky punching, and Nick is playing the objective very well with these units over here. So yeah, we'll see how it pans out because this is when it's about to get nasty. Right, coming in hot with a charge action again, really hoping to actually do something with the Power Fist this time. So I'm getting 3 attacks because I charged 5 inches. That is going to be 2 hits.
And I have no shields.
Yes.
They nearly ignore shields anyway.
They do at close range, so let's see what damage that nets out. Okay, this is a strength 9 weapon, so I'm rolling my dice to add it together. That is 2 3s, that is 2 12s.
2 12s.
2 direct hits to the head, which sounds great, but it actually doesn't really do much, so well done, Reaver Titan. Right, this Reaver here is reeling after the shooting from the Warhound at the back. He's got a crippled leg, Nick.
He's crippled quite badly and locomotive damage, so he's on half movement and half manoeuvres.
Yeah, so rather than taking some chances, this Reaver's going to do a called shot and mow down your legs with more firepower. So that gives me a -2 to hit, but it lets me guarantee hits on the legs. So let's see how this pans out because we are learning here. So with that roll, he hits once. Right, that is a 4 plus his strength of 5 plus a modifier of 2. For the damage is already done. 11, is that enough to...
direct hit.
It's a direct hit, more chunks of leg get blown off, but it's not enough to take him down. Right, more called shots from the Apocalypse missile launcher, this time on the legs. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, that's terrible. They all missed.
Because of that -2 modifier for a direct for call shots.
Right, some retribution now as this warlord is going to pour missile fire at really short range, considering these missiles have like 3 battlefields worth of range.
Indeed, I'll be firing both bellicosas as well, so I'm going to be pushing my reactor a couple of points to do this.
It's going to get hot.
But let's go with the missiles.
All right, 7 hits. Let's see if I can do some saves. I'm on 4 ups here. And his shields collapse. By far the most powerful gun on the battlefield is about to fire the 2 Bellicosa volcano cannons. They are overheating Nick's reactor in order to do so. What you got, Nick? Shot a piece?
I have a miss and a hit.
Now, the miss, does it scatter? Let's find out. Oh, the old scatter dice are back. And that is...
The 1 or the 7? The dice is 10.
Oh, sad news, Nick. That's the 1, not the 7. That's the 7, not the 1. So it's going over here, but he still takes 3 volcano cannon hits.
It's in the leg.
He's taken a hit to the... We've got a lot of leg hits today.
3, yeah?
That's 3. Right, he's taken several hits to the leg. It's crippled and he's in a very bad situation in terms of movement now, and he's going to start wibbling and wobbling, but didn't quite get killed. So for our first experience of Adeptus Titanicus, that was pretty good, right?
I enjoyed that a lot more than I was expecting.
Yes, it felt like a battleshipy type game where everything's slowly cruising around the battlefield with some light moving vehicles. Overall, it's a draw because Nick has units in my deployment zone and I have a Reaver in his deployment zone that refuses to die. We kind of hashed out turn 5 in our minds. This Reaver's definitely going to die. there's a high probability that my warlord dies.
Priority is critical for the next turn. You've had it for the last 2 turns, which has caused him to be in a lot of pain.
Yes.
So it's, yeah. D10's for initiative, right? You rolled 2 twos.
Yeah.
And I countered with 2 1s. So some shocking dice, but certainly a good learning curve.
Yeah, great game, and I think we'll be doing more of this in the future. And once we've got the hang of the rules, I think
we'll speed up a lot.
We'll speed up, and those command terminals are an absolute lifesaver in keeping it under control. More games could do with game aids like that. So yeah, stick around, and we'll be back with some more games, and probably seeing Paul at some point. So see you guys soon.